Chapter 1: How It Began. My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic is an animated television series produced by Hasbro Studios and DHX Media. Following in the foot, or should I say hoofsteps, of its predecessors, the show is indeed about a world full of magical ponies called Equestria. Hasbro chose an animator named Lauren Faust as the creative director and lead producer of the show, becoming one of their greatest decisions. She had previously worked on shows such as the Powerpuff Girls and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, both popular in their own right. Faust sought to challenge the established nature of the existing My Little Pony line, creating more in-depth characters and adventurous settings, as well as using Hasbro's suggestion for educational and informal content, not having any idea how she would impact the world. The series premiered on October 10, 2010, on the Hub Network, captivating audiences with its well-written and witty dialogue, as well as its eye-catching animation style and lore. Shortly after, it began. Forums across the world started to flood with people that referred to themselves as bronies. As a side note, the term brony refers to the male population that watch and enjoy the show regularly. But more so than that, the term was stamped onto many females as well, although the arguments across the world between the term brony referring specifically to the males and Pegasisters referring to the females still exist to this day. Involving not only normal ponies, the show also includes unicorns, pegasi, and many other magical creatures, ranging from folklores across the world. The show follows a studious, if not somewhat introverted mare named Twilight Sparkle, as her mentor, Princess Celestia, sends her to study the benefits of friendship in a small town called Ponyville. Begrudgingly meeting many new faces that day, she quickly becomes unintentional close friends with 5 other mares: Applejack, Rarity, Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash, and Pinkie Pie. As the first 2 episodes progress, they find themselves in many dire situations, and that each of them represents a different face of friendship, and thus the element it is so aptly named after. Applejack being honesty, Rarity generosity, Fluttershy kindness, Rainbow Dash loyalty, and Pinkie Pie laughter, leaving one pony out, who also happens to be the most important. Twilight discovers that her element is the one that binds them together in an unbreakable bond, the magic of friendship. But even though they know what their element is, they still are by no means perfect, which brings us to another previously mentioned point, and one of the show's greatest attributes. With each episode, each of the main characters, fondly referred to as the main 6, cleverly referring to not only the main characters themselves, but the mane on a horse itself, learns something about herself and the world around her. The lessons learned in the show, if taken to heart by the viewers, help them to discover how to do many things that a lot of people never seem to grasp. Whether it being something simple, like getting along with others, or something much more complicated, like reaching an understanding with not only the people around you, but yourself as well. Combining this with many references and comical situations made the show an absolute hit. One of many central themes are cutie marks, or as some refer to on male ponies, coltie marks. But this is not officially mentioned in the show. This subplot involves 3 little fillies: Sweetie Belle, Rarity's younger sister, Apple Bloom, Applejack's younger sister, and Scootaloo, who Rainbow Dash takes on as her young ward. Being young, they have not discovered what they are talented at, thus spurring their quest to do so, adding further to the show. Needless to say, the series fairly flew through its first season, further drawing in a much larger audience, prompting a second. During the production, Faust left the show, handing the reins to Jason Thaysen, the show's supervising director, who did not disappoint us. Besides each episode's individual plot, the first season followed a much larger one throughout it, all leading up to the grand galloping gala at the end of the season, a kind of royal ball. Season 2 didn't follow this idea as much, but that did not deter audiences. Season 3, while being short, had a very climactic and unexpected ending, revealing Twilight's necessity to learn so much. After finishing a spell Princess Celestia had given her, she is then turned into a princess herself, causing an absolutely massive uproar across the show's fan community. This event paved the path for the next season, opening many new doors. Season 4, starting immediately after Twilight was crowned, is currently in progress, already by far the most popular season, crossing many different worlds together. At the beginning of the season, they introduced a box that will tie the whole season together in some way, and very recently, to the delight of millions, a Season 5 has been confirmed. Now, besides the main show itself, the community of this day and age, being at the technological point that we are, has created hundreds of thousands of unofficial works, expanding the equestrian universe even further. Music artists, graphic designers, animators, writers, and many other thousands of talented people share the equestrian world, putting their talents to work to create anything they can imagine, whether it be awing us with grandeur, horrifying us with terrors, or inspiring us all to show the world what we can do. Social media sites, video sharing sites, games, fan-made fiction sites, and many others have all been flooded with the works of millions of bronies. But we'll save that for a later chapter. As this one draws to a close, I would like to thank you all for taking the time to listen, and I hope you all enjoyed. Have a good day, and remember to smile. Oh, and by the way, welcome to the library.